I mean, this screams to me that you're going to rely heavily on the info game to make sure that you're in the right places to set up for the Phoenix plays. You know, you can use multiple layers of info gathering, and there's not much that Gen.G can do about it right here. They have to just wait this out. So just had some util, but it's just going to be some spam through the smokes, and okay, NC Slasher catches him in the head.
Oh, welcome back to the stage, Suggest. It's taken down. First blood going to be found there by Boom. Decent amount of damage across onto the Boom players. As Kerbal around the corner, but Paranoia crashing across in the corner here is Famous, and he's going to be taken down as Karen. Able to answer one back. Texture, however. The trade up comes through. Boom in control. Everybody clustered up here on the site, trying to hold the line. Salvo is going to be sent out from both of these Tejos, scattering them all to the wind. But for Gen.G, how do you try to push back in the 1-2-3 push? And two quick little kills there. DOS9 able to strike them down. Ash now going to be spammed out as the ping reveal comes through.
Trips there in mid, at least to keep you aware of Shiro's position.
Oh, well, just strafing forward despite the flash, and Munchkin will get a little bit more damage across there as well. Sends out the flash to try to cover, make sure that there's no further aggression pushing forward. Suggest on the lurk does get noticed there. Shiro able to pick him apart. So for now, player advantage in the hands of Boom, but maybe
left.
rethinking this push onto this site. But DOS9 able to find another kill. Munchkin going to be taken down. Ash once again left alone. Swings out. DOS9 finding the follow-up. And now Boom going from nearly getting ecoed in the second round to pulling off a bonus conversion. Karen on his lens. I mean, he's just not even going to try for it.
Yeah, there's no real hope at this point. It's understanding of the negative space that Boom is leaving open. Just not really able to kind of read their setups very well.
Okay, a little bit frantic there as a tiles crunch coming out from Gen.G. Texture. We'll go ahead, scoop up that kill. All available for the taking, and Munchkin will go ahead and grab that one for himself. Tripwire going to be connecting, and that's going to be Famous. To run it back, shut down. Cam gets a spot out. The Omen has already pushed forward. Molly holds off the angle here at Tree for the time being as the spike does get planted. 5 players available for the side of Gen.G, but Boom. 4 with better weaponry, still in a solid enough position. As Fragment into the corner will force Shiro back here for a brief little moment. Pushes up into the smoke, maybe looking for a bit of a timing, and will be able to find at least one, but Karen with that stinger trades it back swiftly, maintains the player advantage, but Gen.G, time working against them now as DOS9 forward into the smoke, able to find Texture. Suggest taken down. Ash finding one. Now just he and Karan to try to get this team over the line. The defuse now beginning. Karan holding down the door, picks up a 3K. And Gen.G with the defuse will get themselves online here in round 4.
Yeah, I mean, kind of a gamble.
Trying to tuck back. This guy's maybe that high-low for a brief little moment, but some minor damage going to be taken. Munchkin shoving forward the Fragment out to try to stem the tide here, but Suggest as well, just eating an immense amount of damage as that Nano Swarm goes across. He's going to be taking low. The push coming through. Famous able to find that kill. Armageddon out from Ash. Going down one. Texture. Quick little exit over to the side, eluding damage for the time being. And Famous just cutting his losses, decides to back away. Gets himself over into the site, which is very firmly in the hands of Boom. Here on the box, the tuck away. Famous at the ready. Anyone comes pushing out of that smoke. Pushes back up. A 2v4 for the retake. A couple shots out. Position going to be given over here for the moment, but there's still so many crossfires to try to break through, and they cannot get it done.
A little bit. Try to set up for another hit.
Oh, and the push, Munchkin. First shot not connecting. See Slashers does. Armageddon now coming across here onto the A side. Texture tucked back into hell for the moment. Salvos slowing up push over here from Tree. Karan sliding forward over towards Switch. Waiting for a moment. Unable to find anything though as Texture popping the knives. Does manage to find Shiro before getting taken down as NC Slasher comes away with the triple. Bought out though, and they're lined up as Ash will be able to collect the 2 remaining players. Fragment in hand to try to slow things up. It's a botch! Sends it out, bounces back. Famous catching a glimpse, wanted to try to close the gap here. Munchkin able to find one, the pop flash out, but he's a little bit too late. Does have that ult rolling, so technically is resible, but I mean, Karen at that range, you're not gonna get a damn thing done. The judge means absolutely nothing. There's gonna be multi-frag round after multi-frag round. This time, Boom right now looking very fired up, looking very improved.
And also, we're back to the...
Oh, Munchkin.
Ooh, okay, he's okay.
Towards the second one, Armageddon covering fire, coming out, just trying to slow up the approach here. Munchkin still does end up falling. Berserks lurking forward, looking for the headshot, unable to find it. His Texture goes down 2. NC Slasher responding on a 1, but Paranoid out. Oh, push comes in, but DOS9 manages to break through and Suggest just now getting ready to wrap around up towards heaven. Boom just continuing to brute force their way into the sites here.
Spike planted.
The plan comes in. So just on the prowl, but both players tucking back into hell. The cage gonna be popped.
Should know both are down there now.
Recon gives it away for the most part there. Rotates over. Goes for the tap. Swings back around here. Behind Gen. Couple shots just over the top of DOS9's head. Shorty at the ready. The push coming through, and DOS9 to gun him down.
They're going to take a pause. They're looking for some kind of aggression out of Gen.G. Something that was working early on.
Spot on the one. NC Slasher going to be taken low. Famous going to be taken down. It's Texture similarly able to find NC Slasher. I see we have Priest today. As Shiro will be able to find Ash.
I must wait a moment.
Ends up one of the kills, but Gen.G, I mean, best position they've been in and around for quite some time. Suggest able to go ahead and find Shiro before he can stabilize the aim. The spike now going to be dropped over at Lumber.
30 seconds left.
Zerks. Understanding the positions, the timings. Just managed to find him a 2v3. TP over into main, Karan. Peeking, and DOS9 plays it gorgeously. Lurks within the smoke. Texture, he's already here on the site. And that'll be the cleanup. Curveball at the ready. Ash getting caught by it. Suggest getting hit by the ping. Revealed out. The players very much noted here on site. Munchkin starting to go for the rotate. Karan still a world away, and Fame is breaking things open. Wow. As he just knocks them down one after the other. 3 kills for him in the round. And Munchkin bleeding out on the floor.
30 seconds.
Karan gonna try to smoke it off, trying to go for the res, but DOS9 is here with the shorty at the ready. They massacre him, and boom, are up by 6 rounds, 9-3.
Suggest is ahead of it though.
And he's ready for the first. Almost lines up the second. Can't quite make it happen, but DOS9 at range against Munchkin with that classic. Able to find another elimination. 3v4. 2 Sheriffs left behind here for the side of Gen.G. DOS9 with the weapon upgrade.
Yeah, Gen.G really wanted to get those Sheriffs to do some damage. And instead, they're going to be paying the price.
Ash able to find another Karan, unexpected from the angle. Berserk's going to be caught unawares, ends up falling to the wayside. Now a 3v2, a post-plant situation for the side of Gen.G. Still taking it a little bit slow, wary about any close members from the side of Boom. Gen.G looking decently poised to tie things up as far as the pistol is concerned.
Paranoia's on both sides. Salvos for NC Slasher. Not sure when Ashes are going to come back online. I think pretty soon. Well, no, he used them on the execute, so no.
Drop down. DOS9 able to find Karan there within the smoke. Now the 2v2. The swing out. DOS9 looking for the ace, and he has it! This man is unstoppable! Ends up getting cleared out. Alarmbot still there at the corner, the TP forward. Karan, it's a line over by Switch, is able to find 2. Taps the door, Suggest watching, able to find 1 out here in mid. And as NC Slasher, the last man standing, is just going to look to see if he can make it a bit more costly. Catches a glimpse, and Suggest has absolutely no idea. He's going to be dead to rights. And drop down can grab the weapon. And it looks like the call is going to be for him to try to do a little bit more damage here.
So why not? How well things have been going. Has to clear a lot of angles in space.
At the end of the day, even if it is just going to be a save here for the side of Boom, they're in such a strong position. Gen.G, they will be able to go ahead, lock down this round, stop another ace from coming through, and pick up a 4th. And how many weapons do they have as they do it? That gun barrel should have been spotted, I would think, there by Karan, who's just going to be strafing across. Salvo's sent out, they're lined up, and okay, NC Slasher only able to find 1. Karan going to be left on the floor. NC Slasher holding very close. He's here in the open, but if he can hit the headshot, it would be monstrous. Wow. Decent amount of damage dealt there by DOS9 as Berserks will finds the chest over and B main, just pushes the corner. Bucky in hand, so just going to be taken down. NC Slasher peeks into main, finds 1, looks for a little bit more. Players here at Cat already softened up. Berserks, recovered weapon, pitches it from behind. It's all crumbling to pieces. It's Karan, last one standing. Does have the spike in hand. That's about the best news that Gen.G have.
One of the best clutchers we have in
30
Pacific.
seconds left.
If anybody can do it, absolutely could be Karan, but man, oh man, Boom looks so good right now. Just great decision making, and a 1v1 with the Sentinels is what breaks this open for Boom.
Cover going out.
Now they can play for full-on retake. Not a ton of util left in the back pocket, but a recon and some salvos could clear a lot of space, make Karan very uncomfortable. You know, if he's going to try to hide him boats, oh, they're going to use it early though, trying to clear this corner.
Seems like Shiro just kind of trusting in his teammates here with the weaponry that they do have. Could have routed into Cat. Go ahead, grab a rifle. The final smoke of the round from Karan sent out. Spots one. They're all out into the open. Avoids taking damage until this very moment. Now falls down the 9. It needs to be clean from here. Finds a headshot. And Famous scooping up the Vandal down to 20 HP. Both of them so very low. Karan just playing time and finding it.
Definitely do that. Trying to make sure you can maintain some control.
I think they're just also conditioned to expect that you're not going to have it in hand.
Yeah.
The shot there suggests going to be taken down now. The Armageddon uttering them forward. The flash does connect, slow up. Going there on the texture. Who does get melted down is DOS9. He's able to find Munchkin as well. So far the setup here from the side of Boom looking immaculate. Ash able to find one. NC Slasher going to be taken out, but quickly traded back. Karan effectively all alone. Does have his ult, could pick up the spike. I mean, granted, it's not too far away. For now, they're fanning out away from this site. Here's the footsteps. Knows that he's starting to be surrounded. The lockdown E is going to be committed. Texture that much, or Karan rather, that much of a raid boss.
Absolutely worth it.
He's just going to go for the ult, get the cancel, fake it out, but he's going to snap back in right in front of this Phoenix. Oh no! He fully goes out over into main, but Berserks is there at the ready.
Thanks.
Shuts it down. Even if he gets that kill, the plant is not really for him. Can bang that box. So tell them a hell of a lot more as Salvo's going to be exchanged on both sides. Texture able to find one. Go winning forward. Shiro, ice back into main. Finding one, finding two. Looking for the transfer. Cannot get the third, but still solid damage dealt. DOS9. Here at boats. Be out into the open. Famous just pushing from alley. Barrel stuffs Karan. Takes him down. The shorty out. Ash going to fall. Munchkin now needing to be the one to clutch it up. Waits for the smoke to dissipate. Dialed in. Berserks on the swing. Takes him down to 10 HP. They know DOS9's position. Munchkin gonna keep it quiet. Gonna slowly drift out, but DOS9 is reading this not as a double fake, a double pump. He's immediately rotating to try to match. He's going to be in position. And Munchkin will have to hit the headshot of a lifetime. He wants to keep this ascent going.
Could just come down to timing. How does DOS9 want to play it? Is he going to wait for the tap of the spike?
Plant on the corner.
10 seconds
He's out
left.
into the open. Spike there. The shots will register. The fuse will come through, and that's going to be Boom. Closing out ascent 13-8. Probably a lot closer than they might have anticipated, than we expected, given how things had begun here. Solid enough run back from the side of Gen.G.
But for them, meanwhile, Boom.
Oh, suggests it's just out in front. Not sure quite why, but he ends up getting taken down. Decent amount of damage. Or not, rather, no, it's decay. Never mind, no damage found. Famous going to find Munchkin as Karan. Who else is able to answer one back? He finds himself a second. Famous going to be dropped there, but not before he's able to find three. And Berserk's lurking around. Let's go ahead and bring the raid boss down. Texture on his lonesome now.
Oh, what a paranoia.
And oh, yep, slides forward. Shots not quite being lined up. Texture with an opportunity, but cannot seize it. Ends up getting taken down.
Crazier. They still ended up winning that bonus.
Oh, they did. And the round after. Karan gonna be blinded up, but cannot escape. Sure, able to find it. Famous trying to take some unexpected timings here over that A connector. Well, the dot set up, but DOS9, what a transfer! Oh, baby! That is absolute filth.
Oh my God.
Now the smoke going to be dissipating, just out into the open, and it's going to happen again. Ash, nothing more to be done other than to silently tiptoe away and tuck away into heaven. Good God. Boom. Another bonus conversion to start off the second map.
And that's kind of consequences of being able to have so much extra room in terms of your economy to buy up to that Vandal. Hello?
Yep, just split the attention, just jump around.
So we're gonna have to use a little bit of util to clear the site, but has been left relatively wide open.
Stun here, Texture, nice slide in.
What a read.
Yeah, able to find DOS9, delivering his first death of the map thus far. Finding a third, and Shiro and Slash are both gonna be eliminated. Mr. 4K online. Famous here at the ready. Texture. That's to beg the question, do you even want the ace given the win record? He's gonna take it. Texture. Perfectly placed this time. Clears out that tripwire. Still out on a wide angle. Managing to find a second elimination, and even taking NC Slasher down to 46. Rolling Thunder's gonna be used. There's no one here to receive this. As 4 players from Gen.G start working their way across. Shiro out, finding a timing. Cleans up one, but Texture through the wall. Takes down the enemy Sova, and now the delays come through. Overdrive gonna be popped. Texture spotted out with the slide, but it's just dancing around him. Really has here. He's looking to try to play an aggressive position similar to Munchkin the round before. Comes away with 1. Still player advantage here, but tons of damage dealt here to the players of Boom. Push under the corner, Karen unable to spot it. The spray, I believe a bullet connecting there onto NC Slasher, taking him even lower. Swing out, headshot, not gonna be found. Famous able to stand his ground. Keeps them in with the advantage. Gives them a better opportunity. Salvos to try to clear out. Ash pushed away, taken low. Munchkin getting ready to arrive
With the trap
from
wire.
behind, but as you say, the tripwire is there.
Last player
there's no way.
standing.
Nope.
It's a nice attempt. Forcing them away from the B side. 30 seconds now remaining here. There's another smoke gets cycled into the front here. Push out, Famous. Able to open some space, but Texture quick with a shot. Able to find one. 1-for-1 trade as this spike can be planted this time around. Recon spotting nothing. Frick quickly cleared. Flash going as the smoke dissipates, but Ash able to find 2. NC Slasher Berserks both going to be eliminated. DOS9 here at backside. Let's get it for the moment, but Karon so snappy with it, shuts him down. Completely saves him.
Toxin screen down.
As push up. Oh, and Munchkin very off on the spray. Push her on the back. Ash going to be good for 1, but then falls, and suddenly this round is absolutely twisted.
Well, it looked like it was going to be so good for Gen.G.
The spike.
Falls apart because of one whiff spray.
And yep, so just already noted the recon. Able to find the ping, tucks back. He and Texture on the same angle of approach.
Did that on purpose to try to bait for Texture.
Fastlane going to be sent, but Paranoia's out. Texture pushing forward, able to find that shorty kill. DOS9 going to be taken out, but it feels out, and that's going to be Suggest now. Eliminated Texture. A Phantom recovered. A double tuck away. Into the cup E here by Sewer. Push out, they nearly line up for him, but Texture is unable to find the shot. Nano already going to be used. Munchkin goes for the spray, but maybe enough spotted. Either way, DOS9 trades it back. Karon nearby, already waiting. Shiro, however, up close, and Karon's just not ready for that, not anticipating it at all. It's just now picked apart, it's thrown over the top. Just a glimpse there onto Ash. Texture finding 1. Weapon swapped over. Cleans that up, slides forward, looks for a little bit more. Tap of the spike to try to bait, try to get some peeks out here, and gets a headshot through the corner. Berserk's gonna be taken low, gonna be taken down. Ash able to find NC Slasher. DOS9 no. Bringing it into the 1v1. Texture low, trying to close the distance, and he does.
Grab a shotgun, the judge.
Oh, relay bolt gonna connect, and Famous arriving just fast enough now. The stun here onto Ash, desperately trying to send in the ultimate. Slow up the approach, but it's far too late. Karon, however, still alive. Drops the spike here at Sewer. He's very much surrounded, trying to fight his way out of the corner. Swings out. He's able to find 1 more. Famous, however, there to collect. 3 kills for him. Lockdown still going to be in play. This ushers them out and away from the A site. As DOS9 cannot escape now. They're into a 2v2 with Famous getting caught.
Did it intentionally.
I mean, they have to suspect that this is going to be watched, and it is! And Suggest trying to aggress, trying to find that kill. And Munchkin himself trying to get the read, spots 1, tries to play it patiently, does so, and gets the interrupt.
Spike down B.
Famous peeks and wins it, however. Munchkin perhaps overstaying on the angle, cannot get the clutch despite the solid.
Boom.
Let's say they close this out.
Yeah.
How are you not going to do it in the form of the Banger Boys?
Yeah. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, like, come on now. All right, well, Texture going to be taken down. Ash able to find 1. 4v4, things slowed up a bit. Suggest going on the approach up through Garage. NC Slasher able to note him, however. pushed away. Famous, however, on the swing, so just able to find the headshot, traded back. Slasher finding that kill, but does he suspect that Munchkin's also going to be here? The answer is no. Munchkin is instantaneous with the snap. Finds that kill. Now Dawson, Shiro. Two players remaining. To try to stop Gen.G from finding the pistol win, and Ash is going to be taken down. Spike. Not yet planted.
God, Toss 9, again. Just making this so much more difficult for Gen.G. They're going to try to double up, but Karan and Munchkin have flanked out high-low in terms of positioning on the map.
Karan, oddly, a bit whiffy. Munchkin on his lonesome. And Shiro, low on HP, and Munchkin hits a transfer for the Red Bull clutch.
It's just going to be a change of direction, though.
Yeah.
Munchkin's cleared so much space, hasn't really heard much. He knows of the breach likely over here because of the flash earlier. Toss 9 is starting to change directions, as is Famous.
The Sheriff set up, and okay, so just this time not quite going to be as snappy with it. The weapon not going to be recoverable, though. As Paranoia goes through, NC Slasher just having to stay tucked away. They know exactly where he's at. They just need to try to flush him out. And Slasher finding one. Munchkin now being surrounded, caught on the flank. That leaves Ash now all alone. 10 seconds remaining. 3 players, and he can't find one of them.
Attack this garage angle. This is scary.
Double setup, Paranoia. Available for Dawson9 texture. Bounding forward, slides in. Dawson9 on the peak, able to find 2. Looks for that 3rd. Can't quite steady it to find texture, but does take him down to 30. Berserk's able to avoid the relay bolt, but just doesn't read that texture's just going to push right up onto him. Kill found, shock dart not going to connect. Munchkin staying safe, relatively unscathed. Texture going to try to slide forward, but just gets barrel stuffed there by Shiro. Guardian to the temple, pulls the trigger. Kill found, so just going to be noted on that right side here at C-Long. No post plant util available.
For either side.
Yeah, the bite, gone. Just going to be, the jiggles out. Recon cleared by Munchkin. The swing coming through, they find the first. Shiro now, a 1v2.
Concentrate, Sova.
Peak after peak, just alternating left to right, now together. Gen.G. Without the UI, can we tell everyone what's going on?
No.
The answer is yes.
Oh.
As, okay, it's going to be suppressed. Dawson able to find one, finds the second, as he just continues to shut them down. Finds a nice little bit to tuck away in, finds a 3rd. They're trying to run him down, but he is just beating them back. Ash with a sliver of HP. One final bullet from Shiro to finish him off. Suggest stuck here, dead. Famous out from window to find the kill, and now we're going to be tied up.
Yep.
Jiggle peek's not wide enough, and Famous gets the adjustment. Take down Munchkin. Repeats, not quite going to have it though. Texture able to hound him down with the judge in hand. Relay bolt's going to be sent out. Dawson9 up on top of the box here, waiting. Over by Sewers, finds the first. Karan going to be struck down. Shiro traded at the same time as that final judge shot. Should get the kill, and he does. Texture with a 3K, finally going to be felled. Dawson9 gets flushed out. Berserk's last one standing. Versus 2. Alarm bot can go forward, quickly cleared. They know that he's close. They're going to look to try to challenge out. A dink there onto Ash. They're lined up! And Berserk's collects them both! As Texture waiting. Tripwire going to be cleared out. Off shot, Famous looking for the peak. Had the backpedal of Relay Bolt to hold them at bay for the moment. A TP forward from Karan. As Famous tries to get back plat. Munchkin with a great headshot is able to find him. Ash transferring all the 2 with that Guardian. We'll see that one back in the replay. But a blink and you miss an assault on this C site. Yep, not able to make it. And okay, down to 10, but staying alive for the moment. Desperately sprinting away. Not going to be able to clutch this out. Not going to be able to bring this to a conclusion quite just yet. Gen.G will get 1 round away from taking this into overtime as they officially hunt for this Omen, trying to take him down. Drop into hell. A final shot is all it takes, but Dawson9 does manage to find Suggest, so needing to go for the deeper lockdown. Has it, like you said, that Hunter's Fury not yet online, so no real way to try to clear this one out. Smoke gets cycled forward here onto Heaven. Pump the brakes for Gen.G, a rotate around. So try to get this Neon into position. Detain's not going to be found. Relay Bolt's going to be sent as well as the Salvos, just trying to buy some space while they can go for the plant. And Ash is able to find Berserks. It's gonna be him dead. Drop there in heaven. The pit now layered in on top. Everything in the kitchen sink, you might as well send it here. As the Armageddon will similarly come through, but is it too early? Is my question. TP over in towards long. Ends up getting canceled. Charon there for the break. Shock dart's not connecting. Another smoke cycled onto heaven for Boom. How do you try to get back into this one? It's gonna have to happen very swiftly, but as they drop down, there's a judge in their face. Texture pushing forward. They all fall to the wayside. And this series, this map, it's not done yet.
Other parts of the map, so they're just gonna keep assuming that they can brute force their way through here.
They hear the drone coming up, and it's 4 players nearby. Texture can get into position quickly enough. That's fast line gonna be sent. The push forward coming in. Charon trying to play up into the front, but ends up getting taken down. Ash, however, there. The bite, able to find Famous. NC Slasher and Shiro, however, continue to break things open. Suggest and Texture now, last one standing for Gen.G. To try to stop the lead from going the way of Boom. From them getting yet another match point. Cage gonna be waited out, tripwire. Awaiting them another cage now, cycled in. Just Texture slowly creeping forward, waiting. Fast lane gonna be popped. They both scale forward off the back of this. Slasher repositioning, tries to push forward. Ends up getting taken down! They pick their targets, they nail them! Texture's gonna try to break the aim, maybe. So risky, and Famous nails the flick. 3 peaks, finds Ash. As he's just on an absolute tear. Would have been a hell of a one, but now has the overdrive in play. Charon getting a decent bit of damage here. NC Slasher finding just at the same time. And Charon now needing to ace clutch at 15 HP, but the wallbang shots from Berserks will put him down. Tied up once again.
Getting aggressive.
Really both sides. I mean, Texture is just, there's no ambiguity here. They're just looking for a crunch, but DOS9 is able to shut it down. Texture, Munchkin both gonna get dropped. The slide forward from Famous, and whatever Gen.G had in their minds for this round, it's just been blown out of the water. Boom. About to get match point once again here in overtime. Unless Suggest and Charon can pull off a 2v5. Smoke dissipating, Suggest having to backpedal. Flash is sent. DOS9 waiting, paranoia, ready to crash across both. The turret cleared out. Every little advantage that Gen.G tries to get is taken away, and Famous.
Nobody,
Gen.G
you know, not thinking of any players.
Yeah, nothing specific.
Yeah.
Charon, done to the corner, slides out, does get the TP in time of the relay ball, connecting, but Munchkin's there to try to keep Texture alive. He is narrowly holding on by a thread, but Munchkin able to find another. Gen.G looking, trying to persevere, and Suggest writing the aim. Catches Berserks on the attempt at the flank. NC Slasher alone on this A site. DOS9 there in garage.
I think getting a good read here. You're not seeing much attention on the other side of the map, so B or C, pick your poison. They're going to guess correctly that B is the one that's been left open. Set up the plant there. Everybody's still alive, so for DOS9 and NC Slasher, I mean, you're going to have to break apart these flanks. Don't allow the post plant util to be available. NC Slasher trying to get ahead of the game, but Ash is so aware. Oh, okay.
Shot is found. Try to make a go of this one here. Charon tucked down below, dinked, finished off, looking forward, NC Slasher, surely not. Rolling Thunder crashing across. Texture relocating, Munchkin waiting. And the time is just not going to be there for him. 3 HP, a shorty around the corner. He knows that it's done. Widely's just playing, trying to stat pad here. But Munchkin will find the 3. Can't seeing anything.
But Gen.G's read this. They know that it's a fake. There hasn't been enough other stuff going on.
The question is, can they still win out the fights? Movement been deadly in some of these executes. Calvus at the ready. Texture able to find one. Ash on the corner finding Berserks. DOS9 just good for the singular kill. Shiro, NC Slasher, now needing to persevere. Munchkin swings out, NC Slasher fights back! And suddenly it's just Texture now. Still the operator in hand. The relay bolt to work with, but NC Slasher, another Rolling Thunder. This time, almost certainly will find some value. Texture not wanting to make a peep. Slow creep down. Trying to pick the angle, the gun barrel about to be spotted. Sees him, hits the shot, swaps the weapon. The tap to come through. Creeps forward, the Rolling Thunder.
Oh, the patience.
Considered. Oh, and so well read. He knows he's not sticking it. The fault line now on the back, the Sun connecting. NC Slasher losing the time in the round prior. Now look at the takedown texture by the same metric. He finds it and boom.
Trying to sell it that they're not actually holding this A site, or they're just gonna fall back. I'm not sure.
Salvo sent, Shiro here. Just texture way too far forward.
30 seconds left.
Spotted out dead, 30 seconds remaining. The pivot gonna be called here. Gen.G very much on the back foot, down a player. Rotating out. Question is, where do they go? Looks like B site gonna have to be the target, just given the time remaining. Smoke onto the C link. Obfuscating really for no one. Viper wall is set up for Munchkin. Drops it, takes a
10
peek.
seconds left.
Plant now in. Munchkin has he overheated. Spots out one, needs a backpedal swiftly. Does tuck back away. As Ash goes for a quick little reposition. Karon out into mid, now gonna be smoked off from the rest of the squad. The recon not catching anyone. Shock dart sent. Hit not found. Munchkin able to find one. Karon thinking about a timing. Goes forward, but Berserk has the angle covered. Munchkin and Ash, however, hold it down. And it's not done yet. Ash spotting a glimpse there. Salvo's gonna be sent down. Famous not getting caught. Nano to try to delay the approach here from main. Now the rotation's starting to come through. Famous kind of stuck in position though. And no, just a pump fake back. Now the re-aggress coming through. Texture's still so far away. Push forward out of the smoke. Henry looking for the transfer, only getting good for one. Suggests looking for more, finds it. But now a 2v2 with the site opened up. Munchkin the closest. Rotation coming in.
Left.
Texture about to arrive, working his way in towards heaven as the smoke dissipates. But is he gonna be ready for Berserks? Just directly down below. Gun barrel, just a hair off being spotted. And there it is. Head goes out. Texture goes down. Munchkin now in the 1v2 clutch. He checks one angle. The crossfire setup is gonna be there. Shots coming his way and Berserks. Johnny on the spot.
They've just been trying to really pressure this angle. Trying to get through grass. Texture though.
Oh.
This is...
Thought maybe he was gonna try to chase in, get a timing there onto the Sova, but opts to just back away. Push coming in, and DOS9 onto the headshot as a shock dart from Shiro lands at Texture's feet. Suggested Munchkin. Now the last two standing as Boom doubling their numbers here at match point. This surely looks to be the end. Unless Gen.G can conjure up a miracle. Orb down. Suggests needs to be the hero.
30 seconds left.
How good Munchkin has been on this map. Can he dial up another huge multi-kill? Or Suggest.
The flash in, tries to turn from it,
Player standing.
but it's not enough. Completely blinded up. Munchkin now. A 1v4. They're already into the site. The window being watched. And DOS9 will be the one to bring it to a conclusion. A 4K as Boom close out the map. 17-15, close out the series 2-0.